Very good evening to all our friends here. And once again, we get together for another Cygnia conversations. And this time, we are having a very, very unique guest. And that is a nurse who has done something very unique and very different, proving to all of us that if a nurse wants to achieve something, she can anytime, definitely be there as long as she or he is very focused. It gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Florence D'Souza to the screen. Miss Florence, can you come on the screen, please?
Very, very good evening, ma'am.
Very, very good evening. Did I lose you, your voice? Can you just come again? No, can't hear. Something happened. Not able to hear.
Very good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Very, very good evening. And Florence, I can see your smile must have, taken a lot of marks in that competition, looks like. May I request everybody in the audience to keep yourself off video and also please mute, because if you are not muted, you tend to appear on the speaker screen. I don't want that, please. So Florence, I have just pinned you up so that everybody can see you very well. So Florence, tell a little bit about your family. Tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about that.
yeah. Ma'am, I am Florence D'Souza. I am born and brought up in Mumbai. My parents also reside in Mumbai. My father is an engineer and my mother is a homemaker. And she's a strong support to me. And I have married to a husband who is working in Indian Railway. He is engineer by profession, and he is also from Mumbai. I have 7 years old son who is very naughty.
Appa, Appa.
Yeah,
7 years. So, ladies and gentlemen. So, Florence is also telling one more thing. There is no perfect time to think of doing something different. Correct? Yeah,
correct.
that's really really lovely. And Florence, I don't know if your connectivity is right. I'm losing you in between a little bit. I don't know it's from my side or your side. Not sure. So tell me, you are here because you are a nurse. Otherwise, probably Cygnia will not be so much interested. Otherwise, we'll have so many beauty queens, that I can invite. So
Yeah.
we are trying to showcase what special nurses. When I wanted to invite you to this show, I had only one intention, because there are a couple of behaviors I see in nursing fraternity. One is that there is a school of thought, nurses and nursing has to be very docile, very God fearing, they should not go out, do something different. But I think nursing is a profession. And when we are on duty, and this is what I used to tell my nurses, when you are on duty, be the best nurse, caring, worried about the patient, ensuring the patient safety. After that, follow your passion. Your life does not need to, because we are seeing enough of suffering while we are on duty. Every time it gives us a chance to say thank you for many things, right? But very few nurses will go out of the way to follow their passion. Not that everybody wants to be a beautician, everybody cannot be a beautician. All of us have got certain talents. I think the talents must be best used by every human being. So nursing is a talent that you do the nursing the best way. The other talents God has given, if you can, bring it out, there is nothing like that, right? So my
Right.
next question is, tell me, were you always interested in extracurricular activities, just to know what makes a beauty queen?
Actually, I was very much interested in extracurricular activity since my childhood. I do not remember a single annual day or a single event where I have not participated. right from my school to my college, as well as I worked in 3 institutes. All of the annual days I have participated in dancing. I'm very fond of dancing, as well as not only dancing, but I also like a lot of panel discussions. So I always contribute. Also, I like to contribute and participate in sports. So I'm very active. I cannot stay stable and only focus on work. So I'm very active since the beginning, from my childhood itself.
So all this extra professional activities, does that help you in your professional work to manage it more, calmly, because you have something else to think about when you come out of duty, right? Does that help
Yeah.
you?
Ma'am, I personally I have believed that all these extracurricular activities, everyone has different passion. For me, that my passion is dancing and to sing music. I think everyone has one of these. It gives a lot of positivity and it helps us to keep going throughout our life, because in our daily life, as we are nurses, we see a lot of ups and downs. We manage a lot of stress. So these kind of passions and talents just keep that positivity in us and just help us to keep moving, and it gives a good direction to us, a lot of positivity, according to me. So I think
Wow.
everyone could focus on that, and you can manage stress well.
I totally agree with you, Florence, 200%. Me, when I was a young nurse, also, I was always on the stage, and I love singing, I love dancing, I love acting, I love all kinds of things. I love to be with people, so I was there, and I think I totally agree with you. I have spent almost 40 years in this profession, and I think being that extracurricular activities, no, ability to do other things than just doing nursing, I think I was able to manage the stress much better, and also probably give it back to nursing also, because it increases our creativity. When you are faced with a challenge inside the hospital, many times I think this is called maybe lateral thinking. You are not thinking only the way that you have been trained to do. You're able to think very differently. Then can I do something very out of box? Can I do something? I think you are right on that response, and we can see that that's why you had pursued something that many nurses will not follow, because I have seen beautiful nurses with the right figure that they can go for any competition. But maybe I'm not saying that everybody has to go for such competition, but if you have such dream, don't let it go. Have the courage. It takes extra work, right? You need to come out of your comfort zone. It can't just happen. So you had been a nurse for almost 11 years. And when did you think of joining beauty pageant? Why didn't you go for one before you got married and before you had a child? What happened?
There's a background story to all this thing. I
Oh,
would tell
okay.
you, ma'am, the origin of this beauty contest also started along with my nursing career, actually. I still remember I was in third year of nursing, pursuing my graduation from SNDT University. And we had a conference, SNA conference, that is Student Nurses Association conference. It was a national level conference, and we had to participate. So one of my class representative, she was been delegated a work to pick up right people from all 4 years. And one of that competition was a best personality contest, and that lady will be crowned as Miss SNA India. So, and I also had exams on head, and I was very studious kind of girl. So my friend, without even informing me, directly selected my name, and already she had handed over my name to principal. And early morning next day, principal ma'am called me, and then I was like, nobody informed me. But then I have one nature, one inbuilt quality. If my name was given, I'll give a try. And that's how I appeared that year. And at college level, I won first. And then I was entitled to compete for state level. So in 2009, before my marriage, in third year, I competed state level competition, and surprisingly, I won there, and that had boosted my morale. And eventually, I got an opportunity to compete national level. And this time also, I gave my 200%. I never knew my potentials. But then, surprisingly, here also, I made it in finals. In Calcutta, we had a conference, and I was given a title of Miss SNA India. So it was a great deal at very young age. And then this journey started. So all credit goes to my naughty friend. And after that, I've been participating in whichever institute I have worked. And about this contest, actually, time just flew. After 2009, I was very young, graduated, and I focused. I was ICU nurse. So my entire focus was on my career. After that, I got married very early, and I had my son, so I had to concentrate on him. So last year, in a month of May, me and my husband were having coffee, and I saw this ad of Mrs. India. So I just showed this ad to my husband, and I was like, because whenever I see the contest, I feel like, I am walking on the ramp. It is such a beautiful feeling for me. I always desire I should get something bigger than this. So after that, I pursued that. Ma'am, just a second.
Let your son come there, no problem.
Yeah. So, ma'am, then I appeared for
The
that.
son wants to be around, it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah?
he wants to be around. Yeah.
So ask
So
him to sit somewhere there, no problem.
he ran away, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah. So
go ahead.
this time I appeared for this contest, and my auditions were when we had a peak of COVID. So I still remember I gave audition after removing my PPs quickly in a changing area, and I got selected. And that's how my journey started in May 2021. And I have reached here. I really thank God for all the strength and support.
I am very, very sure that juggling a nursing job during COVID, and that time also you are infection control nurse, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that was a prime job role, especially in the COVID time. Everybody wanted ICN to advise them on everything. So at that time, I'm just wondering that how did you manage to juggle this and also prepare for beauty pageant. Tell us a little bit that how did you manage, and what kind of preparation is required to prepare for a beauty pageant like this. Interestingly, in our last Cygnia conversation, we were talking about nurses going for PhD. Okay,
Oh,
how to manage. And now, on the contrary, today we are talking about nurses, who might be desiring to go for, beauty pageant. So, what I am trying to tell all the people sitting here is that whatever dreams you have, don't take them to the grave, give it a try. If you have, if the opportunity comes through. So when Florence looked at that ad, if she did not show it to her husband and say, let me give it a try, I'm sure that he might not have thought of sending you for that. Usually they don't do that because they are not even aware whether you want to go. So it is very important to capitalize on the opportunity. So that's a learning for me and learning for everybody else here. So now coming back to you, Florence, so tell us that how did you juggle and what all things you had to do.
ma'am, frankly speaking, it was not at all an easy journey. It was very difficult for me because I was infection control lead in my previous organization. Early morning, it started with all tracking, performing SOPs, and full time I used to be in PPs. And my other colleagues, there were 250 girls who had applied for this contest. 95 of them, they were professional models. or they had taken a break from their work. So they used to take care of their skin regimen and everything. And I used to be in PPs for 5 to 6 hours a day. But then it was very interesting. The time management was very, very important for me, because I worked for 9 to 10 hours in a day. And when I came back, while coming back, we had a lot of sessions also to attend, training sessions, because they teach us a lot about grooming and makeup techniques, how about the ramp walk techniques. So I attended all my trainings when I used to travel from train.
Wow.
So after I reach home, I used to quickly manage my son, and I used to run to the gym, because in COVID, in view of taking care of the health, we had a lot, I ate a lot, and I had put up 4 to 5 kg, which is more than my BMI. And I was a little puffy at that point of time. And this contest required me to be very, very fit and look, very presentable. So the greatest challenge for me at that point of time was also to manage work, my son's studies, and to attend these trainings, as well as then I had to rush to the gym and also follow some dietary practices, dietary, regimen. Once we are used to eating so much, and suddenly you have to cut down, it was really a great task. As well as after all these things, we had been given a very some tasks, such as you have to prepare a video on your train, on your like acting skills, on your photograph. You have to do a lot of photo shoots for that and keep them posted. So me and my husband used to sit 1 o'clock at night after finishing all this work. And most of my friends used to go for photo shoots outside, but I did not have time to do so. And I and my husband, I still remember 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night, we used to set the background and do all the photo shoots at home. So this is how I kept going. I never, yeah, step back. I just took one day at a time and tried completing all these tasks. And I really feel proud that I have reached till here and successfully managed this. And I've learned a lot in this journey. And
Wow.
about the sessions, if you will ask me, ma'am, there were three rounds. First round was about your introduction and your talent round. So I had to dance in front of camera and introduce my talent in front of them. There was second round where you have to showcase your makeup style, and you have to explain them what is your theme. And the third round was catwalk round. So these were the rounds I qualified, and then I reached to the finals. So this was about my journey.
Wow, Florence, that is a whole lot of, uh, inspiring thoughts there. The couple of things that I can pick up from your journey is that focus. You want to achieve something, hard work is required. There is nothing that comes so easily if you want to achieve something extraordinary, because not everyone becomes a Mrs. Mumbai. There are lakhs of women, and despite being the COVID time, and despite being a ICN in a hospital working for so many hours, you were focused and you worked on it. And the other good thing that you talked about was taking one day at a time. I think that's a very powerful message. Taking one day at a time helps you to remain calm,
Yeah.
because there is a saying, no, I think those of you have seen Kung Fu Panda movie. It's a very famous dialogue there. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That is why it is called as present. I'm going to give him a present, we say it's a gift, right? So taking one day at a time is a very, very powerful message that you have given there, Florence. And I think that must have definitely helped you.
Yeah.
And so tell me, in the beauty pageant, did they give you that famous one question that they asked? Did they ask you also any one question they usually ask? in the final round? Did they ask you?
Actually, ma'am, over here, because we had COVID, uh, we qualified all the rounds, and then we were called for the crowning. That also in a very following all the social
Let's see.
yeah. So they asked many questions when we had all three rounds. According to that, they had judges throughout our journey, and they had selected us on the basis of our last ramp walk. And throughout the journey, they have scored. So it was not only like on the basis of last question. So it was on 6 months journey and the task which were given to us. They had given to us acting task also, and I scored very nice in that.
What
And
did you act? What did you act?
now, ma'am, they had given us 11 different expressions:
Wow.
sadness, anger, fear, anxiety, happiness, and we have to enact accordingly. And that video had we had prepared together. And I think mine was the best, which they awarded, and I scored around 9.7 out of 10.
Wow.
So my
Can
acting
you
skills
can you can you show us couple of glimpses of any
ma'am,
couple of emotions? Do you
ma'am,
mind?
I'll send surely. This is my
No,
new
can
device. I
you
don't
just
think it
now,
must be.
can you act now? Any two
Oh,
emotions?
okay. Um, about my face, I think this is the right moment to show my happiness, which I am enacting. And in front of, I don't want to cry in front of the camera.
Okay.
So I'll act as if I'm very sad. Is that okay,
So
ma'am?
yeah, you're very sad, of course. Yeah. How about surprised?
Surprise.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Surprise, that would have been your crowning moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, being a nurse, we all are, we all imbibe certain qualities when we become a nurse. So what are those qualities that helped you in this pageant as well? Just because you are a nurse, you had an edge over others.
Yeah.
Many of them, as you said, they took break from job, and maybe there are very rarely people from healthcare background get in there. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter overall also, whether it is doctors, nurses, physiotherapists. Not many people think of doing it because we are so immersed in the caring of other human beings, so we don't think of going for such talent shows, maybe, I don't know. So tell me, what qualities of a nurse that helped you in this pageant?
Ma'am, at very young age, I was an ICU nurse. I started my career as a ICU nurse. In 1.5 years, I got a responsibility to be a team leader. So I think a quality of nurse. I used to be involved in decision making, and I think this has given a lot of leadership qualities to me as a nurse. And effective communication. We communicate with a lot of doctors, all the healthcare team. So we have a benefit of learning all these things: communication, leadership, as well as assertiveness. We take the criticism very assertively, because when the doctors come for the rounds or something goes wrong, it is a matter of life. And they surely, or our seniors, they bombard us, but we do not take it personally. We take it very assertively. So I think these are some qualities, as well as I, being 7 years in administration, I have exposed to a lot of situations wherein I have learned different things. I have been I have done anchoring also in one of the nursing conference. So I never had stage fear. And being a dancer, a performer, and a nurse, all these qualities contributed together, and because of that, I have survived. I think it has these all qualities have blessed, and I think because of this, I have won this crown, I think.
Wow, that is really, really, wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, nurses who are in the audience, audience, I would like to call out to you to say that, what Florence is telling is that she also had opportunities to get into leadership position very early. And that kind of helped her to be confident, to be assertive. You heard all those words that you might probably hear in any leadership program, correct? And so I think once the nutshell of what Florence is trying to tell is, even in nursing, don't let go of any opportunity that will come your way. So you don't need to wait for so many years of experience before you can take up responsibility and actually prove that you can also do a great job of taking those leadership positions. I'm sorry. So thank you so much. So Florence, what I'm going to do for our audience today is that I'm also going to share your crowning video that you have shared. Okay, meanwhile I will request you, get your crown and put it on so that we can watch you after your crowning. Yeah.
No, ma'am.
So I'm just going to share that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a video wherein Florence is getting crowned as Mrs. Mumbai.
D'Souza.
Congratulations, Florence. So now there you are with your crown and with the sachet of Mrs. Mumbai. So very, very hearty congratulations. We all are very proud of you. And so let me ask you one thing, that when you were crowned as Mrs. Mumbai and when you were getting ready, what was the kind of support that was given by your hospital?
Ma'am, I feel I'm very blessed to be a part of global family. I would like to share this, that I was very new to the organization, but the amount of support and the motivation which is given by my hospital, I don't think anyone else can give. I am really thankful of Jessica ma'am. I'm blessed to have a leader like her. who has given me leave, and she has, asked me to focus and give my best. I really want to thank Jessica ma'am from bottom of my heart. And I will take this opportunity to thank Dr. Jyoti Clara madam, and my respected CEO sir, Vivek sir, and Anup sir, and entire nursing team. They were standing along with me as if I'm working with them for so many years. They stood with me and they were constantly in my contact. They were supporting me. And when I went for my final contest in Jaipur, they were they were more excited than me. And when I went, before I went there, they told me that you're definitely, we are totally confident that you'll win and come. The amount of confidence which they showed in me, I think that kept me going, and it gave a lot of positivity to me. I really want to thank my nursing team, and I'm blessed to be a part of a global family.
Wow, that's really great. And I must say that how did I come to know about your this thing? That was through a Facebook or LinkedIn. I'm not very sure where Dr. Vivek Talolikar has put it. So I always, admire Dr. Vivek so much that as a leader, he does not take a moment before he will share his team's success, and he always gives credit to his own team all the time. And I think we have your boss, Miss Jessica here. So I'm going to call out to her. If you are here, Jessica, so I think she's here. She sent a message also. If you are here,
Yes,
please
yes,
come
ma'am,
on
I'm
the
here.
video. Come on the video
Yes.
and tell that how did you feel as a nursing leader that one of them were going for beauty pageant and you are expected to be supporting them. Can I ask everybody
Yeah.
else to please mute yourself?
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can't see you,
Yeah.
but
Hi. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
kept
Now
my
I
video
can see
on.
you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Hi.
Okay.
Yes. Good evening, ma'am, and hi, Florence. I feel so proud to see you there performing and speaking so well. Yeah, indeed. As Florence mentioned, she was very new to our organization, but when she had joined itself, she had briefed me about the session, upcoming session. And we felt that very few nurses go out of their way to perform something. And we were very glad that our team member is performing on such a big platform to keep up our profession. And she has done an amazing job. And the same way, she in her routine work also, she has kept spreading her positivity to all the team members. So the smile what she has on her face here on the screen is not for a very short while. That is just spreading across our entire hospital with all the nurses, and the team keeps going. And the entire nursing team, as well as the hospital management team, Clara ma'am, has been a great support to her. Well done, Florence. We are proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessica,
Yeah,
for that.
thank
And
you. Thank you, ma'am.
surely have everything to be proud of. And the entire nursing fraternity is proud of Florence. Is that very few nurses venture into this, and this. Did you get a chance to speak about being a nurse? What is your life as a nurse during this contest? Did you get a chance to talk about being a nurse? Did you get a chance?
Yeah, actually, ma'am, they were very surprised because I was the only single entry, and they mentioned that they are conducting this kind of award show for the last 3 years, and they said you're the first nurse who has applied. So they were very proud of me, and they also always asked me, so how are you managing and all, and they were always supportive. They were very proud of what a nurse can do.
Okay, fantastic. So let me ask you now, now that you have gone through different experience of being a nurse, managing job of a nurse, managing a home with husband and a kid of 7 years, and then also winning a beauty pageant of being Mrs. Mumbai. Uh, I think you did not go further. I'm a little surprised that how come that you did not go ahead. for the Mrs. India thing? What happened?
Ma'am, actually, I joined my global family very recently, and being a part of infection control, I have a lot of responsibility. But it is my good luck that they gave me 10 days of leave. To go for such a contest, it requires a lot of dedication, and I think my career was very important at this point of time. I can again participate in such events later, but I felt my organization and my commitment towards my work was more important than this pageant.
Wonderful,
I was
wonderful.
very satisfied. Yeah.
So I think what you are trying to tell everyone is that sometimes in life we have to prioritize what we need also.
Yeah.
At one point of time you're very focused that you have to win, and I think once you won the Mrs. Mumbai, you knew that you have done justice to your passion to some level. Then you realize that your job also needs to be, given priority, so you kept that. I think I really salute you for all your decisions. So with all that in mind, what would you like to tell all the nurses who are watching today, and also those who are watching on our Facebook, and also those who are going to watch on our YouTube channel, because it is recorded and it is going to be on the YouTube channel? What would you love to tell them, that what they should do to follow their passion?
I would like to tell all the youngsters, all ladies and gentlemen, that you should believe in yourself. You should follow your passion. You should, as I mentioned before, you should have some passion and some hobbies which keeps you so much positive in your life. You should give a try, never step back. At least give a try and see. At that day, at what one particular time, if I would have stepped back, I would have never come to know my true potentials. So I would tell you that you should see your best version in your life, at least for once. You should see your best version. You should believe in yourself. You should show that confidence in you. No one other than you knows your inner potential. So just believe in yourself, follow your passion, live your dreams, because life is only one time. And if you want to achieve something, the path will be little difficult and there will be difficulties. The path is not so easy, but the results are really very, very amazing. As it is truly said, where there is a will, there is a way. So I set an example before you as a common lay person managing home, a mother, and having a stable career. When I can win, you can also win like me. So I inspire all the youngsters to follow their passion and cherish each and every moment in your life. And whatever you attempt, never step back. Give your 200%, and definitely there is a supernatural power. I strongly believe in Lord Almighty, who has blessed me with all my heart. So I really thank Lord, and I really thank my husband, who has been my backbone and my support. And all the youngsters, you should believe in yourself. This is my short and sweet message to them.
Thank you, Florence. Thank you. So you gave the message to youngsters. So let this old young lady also give message to everyone, that please don't die before you die. That's the way I like to put it, that don't go to grave with all your dreams. Give it a go. Don't worry about your age. So let age be not the bar. So there is something that you would like to do, and you have the opportunity, you have the passion. Don't let it go. At least I would say, many people might say that I was not lucky enough, but I can tell you, hundreds of opportunities that come our way, and we do not capitalize that, whether it is in our professional life or in personal life. uh, we have our own excuses. We're not doing that. I mean, even Florence could have told, oh my God, now it is COVID time. How will I manage now? I just, I'm ICN. I have to keep my job. I have a kid of 7 years. My husband says he will support, but I don't know. It's too much of work. She could have taken an easy path and told, okay, let it go. Then she will be talking about her SNA story to her child and her grandchildren. Once upon a time, I was the Miss SNA, but that dream is still with you, right?
Yes.
The dream will go with you even when you are 60, 70, 80, like that. So that's why I say don't die before you die. So live your life. Each one of us have our own unique life. Okay, I cannot be Florence, and Florence cannot be me. Okay,
Yeah.
and I think something you repeated is a very favorite line of mine. Just be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
That's what each one of us can do to ourselves, is that just become the best version, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. So if God has given you some talent, I have seen hugely talented nurses. I used to tell them, why don't you just use it for your patients? Like Jessica was telling, that your smile that we are seeing your smile here is not just for the camera. You're always having that smile. So that means you're sharing that ability to have such a wholehearted smile with your patients, your relatives, your colleagues, and you are spreading positivity. So that is using your talent, God given talent. So if you know to sing, we are very happy to see videos of foreign nurses singing for patients, foreign nurses dancing for patients. And even during COVID, we had some Indian videos where nurses were in PPE dancing for patients. We all enjoyed it. But what happens when there is no such special occasion? Why don't we just think of doing something special for our patients within the hospital? Hospital is not a very positive environment, because there is illness, there is suffering, and its own challenges. But we are we are supposed to be healthy people looking after sick people. So why should we make them more sick than one should get? So we should use all our talent to see that how can we spread this positivity. Many years ago, I remember that when I was in Fortis Mohali, I was going for rounds. In the isolation, there was a patient, and he asked me about one particular staff nurse. Where is she? He asked me. So I said, are you not happy with the current nurse? He said, no, all nurses are very nice. He was in isolation, so only one nurse for that patient, and she has to be inside or in the ante room, either in the ante room or inside the room. So he told me, I am missing her. I said, what happened? Why are you missing her? He said, she will sing to me. I said, oh wow. So he said that we both are alone. When she is cleaning the monitor everything, she started to hum, and I asked her, can you sing for me? And she said, why not? So she sings for me, and he was missing her. Can you imagine the kind of influence that girl had on that patient? And he was looking forward to having her. Because that part, that psychological part the patient needs, can be given by us only when we do a little more than just giving medications and doing the regular JD of being a nurse. So we can care for patient, but how can we become caring is the question. So with that, I just saw Dr. Vivek Tolalikar just logging in. So I will give a shout out to Dr. Vivek. Are you there? Hi, Dr. Vivek. Hello. Oh, as he came in, I lost him also. Sorry. Jessica? Jessica?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
I just saw Dr. Vivek coming in, and then he left also. I was going to ask him one question only. Just if you can find out, did he lose connectivity, or is he coming in? I would love to hear from him, because through him only I came to know about Florence first. I would really like to
I'll
publicly
check out.
thank
I'll
him.
check out and I'll get back. I'll check, ma'am. I'll check.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, Florence, I think, tell me, how did your son cope with you when you were so busy? So, did he have any complaint? Did he say something?
Yeah, previous my contest, he was very much attached to me. He was mama's boy. But since the time I was busy in my contest, now he has switched and now he is more attached to my husband. So suddenly he's showing his true colors, and he doesn't love me anymore now. But he was
Of course,
quite
he loves
supportive.
you. It's not
Yeah,
that he doesn't love.
yeah. But he has become Papa's boy, and he witnessed my crowning moment, and he was so happy. And when I came back, when there was all felicitation at my home, he was very excited looking at all these things. So he is very happy.
Okay, great, great. So, support from the family is very critical to do something different. That is a very critical factor for anyone. Someone, and when you are married and settled, the family being there is really, really very critical. So, I really thank you, Florence, for being here and spending that time. And unfortunately your bandwidth is slightly disturbed, so your image also is little bit fuzzy on and off, but voice is okay. So before we part, would you like to show us one talent of yours, whatever it is? It doesn't matter, it can be an acting from a movie that you would like to show, or whatever. I don't want to say what you want to do. So let's
I
say
would
that it's your talent round and you want to impress the jury. So what are you going to do?
I would love to dance, ma'am. Would you
You
like
love to
to give
dance?
some?
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to dance. Can you tell me your favorite song so that I can please you?
Uh, Guys, anybody has a favorite song to give to Florence? Huh? I can give you. Uh, Jhumka gira re, hai. You know the song? Jhumka
Yeah,
gira
yeah,
re?
ma'am. Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
I'll dance accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ma'am, are you going to sing or should I sing with you?
Please, please sing. You sing, I'll sing with you. Yeah.
झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के पार रे झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के पार रे झुमका गिरा रे.
Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done, well done, well done. And I am sure that all this talent that you're holding within you, it will automatically spread to your patients. This is something that I have, seen in many nurses, who can act, sing, and dance. They somehow become very comfortable, talking in patient. They talk like friends. It's not like you are little distant. I have to say this 5 lines, so I am going to say this 5 lines. Not like that. It kind of sounds very genuine. So I'm sure that many of them sitting here, you all have different talents. So just let it not go hidden. There's a song there's a church song where we sing, hide it under a bushel. Oh no, I'm gonna let it shine. So all the talent that God has given us, we should let it shine. It is very important. And we all are here. So Jessica had put a note in the chat box that it becomes the leader's responsibility to allow the young nurses who are multi-talented, support them to reach their passion. So but it is also very important that unless you are a excellent worker in your role, I am not very sure whether a leader will be too excited to support also. That is another question, right? If you are not very good in your job and then you say, I want to do this, I want to do that, then there is a challenge. I am not very sure. So I'm going to put that question to Jessica, because she is a leader. So I am answering, I'm a leader. So if I have a nurse who is not doing their work in the hospital in a very good manner, if not excellent, at least, I should be happy. I may not be able to immediately appreciate that they want to go behind something else. Jessica, what do you think?
Ma'am,
Yes,
I
Shikha, go
think
ahead.
work is one part of life, but we have to keep boosting the talent, which is other part of life. So I don't think everyone can be perfect in their professional work, but that does not mean we let out the rest to lead. So I think to identify the right talent and keep pushing it is more important.
So great, but my question was not that. The question was that if the nurse in question is not so great in her work and is a troublemaker, not doing the job well, as a leader, will you be excited to help that person?
Yes, ma'am, I would. So that is what I meant. So professionally, I don't expect that everyone should be perfect. There would be ups and downs because of which the nurse may be disturbed or may not be performing. But yes, sometimes we have back of our mind subconsciously, we may think, why should we motivate this person? But personally, I think if you motivate such people, they would be extra delighted to work.
That's a very nice explanation. That is what I was hoping to. I was trying to incite you guys to say that, I will not. So I think if we think the glass as half full, that if I motivate her or him at this time, in return, they will become a better nurse. I mean, I think that's a wonderful way of looking at it. And I think some other leader here, Bina, also told the same thing. Most of the leader, or at least me, is very happy to support if only they come out willing. That means they really want to do it themselves, not to force.
Yeah. So I'm Bina here. So we are just waiting for somehow to come out so that we can give them all support. Only thing like this girl, Florence. If someone is willing to come, we like in our place, like we go extra mile, do whatever so that they come out. And because it is a proud to us, to the leaders. Ultimately, when our team comes out, it affects us. We feel proud. Like we had an experience, one of our nurse, we had an Asianet award, this thing. So we knew that one of the in charge of the ICU, she's good. She had lot of patients, feedbacks and all that. So ultimately I was behind her to apply. Then she was not taking interest. Finally, I have forwarded the application. I forwarded the application. I recommended. Then they called her. They called her to send rest of the details. Then also she was clumsy, not bringing. Then I was scolding her. Why don't you bring it? Then I collected all the certificate, again sent a mail, again behind her. And she became the first runner-up in Asianet Excellence, Nursing Excellence Award.
Okay,
and
great.
With 25,000 cash award.
Wow, that's really great.
And
That's
I was
great.
behind, I was behind the ICU in charge doctor to give her a recommendation certificate. He said he will. But I said, I know finally no one is giving. Then I made a recommendation certificate, send just behind her. So she knew, otherwise she would have never gone. But ultimately when she got, I was really proud, whatever it is. And it was, the prize was given by the minister and our chairman was so happy. So what I feel is these days the leaders are very much willing to support and go any extra mile and help them. But then Florence, the staff also should recognize their talents, and they should be willing to work extra. And as you said, put their abilities or capabilities into job and work little extra so that others will also support. Unless they start a step, take a step, how can anyone else help it?
That is true. That is true. Exactly.
The first step has to be taken from them.
Thank you, Bina, for that input. So there are two thought process here. If you are talented, take that first step, and the leaders, we are willing to support. That's the reason that Cygnia Healthcare is also wanting to celebrate all such nurses, and that's why I had invited Florence to this platform. We call it as Cygnia Conversations, and we are so delighted to have you here and see that wonderful smile. Finally, your bandwidth is established. We can see your face and your smile very nicely. So beautiful. So
Thank you so much, ma'am. All the pleasure and the honor is all mine. because I have seen you over a period of time, maybe 11 years of experience. I have seen you as a mentor, as a leader, and we have learned so much. Now also I'm learning HIPCC program from you, and it's my absolute pleasure, because never in my dream, I never dreamt that you will call me as a guest in Cygnia Healthcare conversation. So all the pleasure is mine, and I'm really very honored, and I'm really thankful of yours for giving me this
I am
opportunity.
also so grateful that you came, and I'm grateful to all the people who are here, joined us to participate in this discussion with Florence. And I'm very happy that your network finally is all white, because it was showing all red for quite some time. Now we can see your face, your smile, everything can be seen nicely, and your crown as well. Why don't you call your son before we say bye?
Ma'am, actually, he was disturbing. That's why my husband gave a pipe, and he has taken him out.
Okay, okay. Great. So thank you so much, Florence, and may God bless you and
Thank you.
make you a great, infection prevention and control nurse. And may God also bless you with all the passion, let it all become realities, and God bless you with all the opportunities. And thanks to all the leaders like Jessica, Bina, who are here, who are willing to help the youngsters. And thank you so much, Florence, once again. Thank you, everyone. And
Thank you.
good night and Shabba Khair, and stay safe, and see you in the next Signia conversations. Take
Thank you,
care.
ma'am.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Jessica,
Good
say
night,
thank
ma'am.
you to Dr. Vivek. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Bye
Sure. I'll
bye.
convey your message.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks to you. Thank you.